Jeff Mayhew, Madisonian Republicans. You can probably tell from my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages that I love history and government. I know, it's strange. My wife thinks it's strange too. It's just, I grew up with history. My grandfather loved history. And I started reading it. I became fascinated with the way that things were versus how they are now and how we got here. How much more freedom and opportunity we have. How limited that is in the human experience so far. I attribute a lot of that to our government. It's a self-governing republic. It's a representative democracy. It did something that had never really been done before. It gave people power, a voice, responsibility in their own government. It gave people ownership in their own government. I think we tend to take care of things that we own, don't we? A little bit more than the things that we don't. I think that was the idea. It gave us individual rights, the right to own property, things that were revolutionary at the time. It trusted the people to carry the responsibility. That's why I love it. But it's not perfect. We've made some mistakes. We keep making mistakes. There are some flaws. I think understanding the good things that we've done and the bad things that we've done are really important in being able to move forward with a safe and stable government. I look to the founding. What was our first mistake? Slavery. Everybody knows that. It was wrong. But what it also did was create a manipulation of our representation. That was the 3/5 compromise. And what that did was create an imbalance of power. And that imbalance of power led to bad leaders. And those bad leaders led us to war. I look at what's going on in the world today. I look back to 1911. We capped our House, 435 members. We created a manipulation of our representation. And as our population grew and our representation remained the same, we created an imbalance of power. And that imbalance of power has led to bad leaders. I think we can see that. Left or right, progressive, conservative, Republican, Democrat. There are bad leaders scattered everywhere. Not all of them, but too many, and we know it. That's what's great about this country. It gives us, the individual citizen, the opportunity to change our leaders. See, the way I see it is, if representation is the problem, then we can make representation the solution. It's our responsibility. We need to elect better leaders. That's why John and I created the Madisonian Republicans. We're dedicated to giving citizens the tools and information to elect better leaders. One of my favorite movies as a kid was Field of Dreams. Big Kevin Costner fan, love baseball. If you build it, they will come. We have to create an environment for good leaders to live in because the current political environment is too toxic. We have to give them a chance. We got to work for them. It's our government, after all. We own it. We're responsible for it. So come join John and I and the rest of the Madisonian team this week, Saturday, at Giuseppe's in Haymarket from 4 to 6 p.m. We're going to talk about our representation. We're going to talk about what it means to have communication, to have power, and to have responsibility. Come help John and I build an environment for good leaders. Peace and love.